Well, I originally wasn't going to be doing a prep guide for Heresy, as most of the time with these episodic releases and seasons, they've been pretty much the same thing over and over, where you store bounties to get some XP, but with Heresy there are a couple updates and changes to the point where I'm now here making a last minute prep guide for you all. Now everything I'll be talking about here can be done over this weekend before the new episode drops, so don't have to worry about not having enough time to do stuff. It's all pretty chill and can be done very, very quickly. So with that all said, let's start on mainly the reason why you would want to bounty prep and if you actually need to or not. So if you're planning on doing the contest mode for the brand new dungeon, which comes out the 7th of February, which is next Friday, you're probably going to want to start bounty prepping because you're going to want to get a head start on getting some of these insanely strong artifact perks that will be inside of the Act 1 artifact anyway. Those are going to give you a big advantage inside of the brand new dungeon in case you're going for a world's first race completion or just a contest mode completion anyway, and also getting some free levels is also not a bad idea, although the maximum level you can be for contest mode I believe they said is 1995 power, which probably most of you are already at anyway, so there's no need to worry about that. Also, one thing that prep helps you with is getting a head start on your season pass to get some additional rewards as soon as you log in, which is quite a nice thing to do anyway. So if you're not planning on going and doing the day 1 dungeon, you probably don't need to prep, and if you don't really care about getting some season pass unlocks, you also don't really need to prep. You can just go into Heresy when it releases and just enjoy the content when it actually comes out. Now, if you are planning on prepping, first thing you're going to want to do is of course bounty prep. If you've done it before, you know how it works. Go and get any and all weekly bounties from any of the major vendors. The main ones that I get weekly bounties from are Eris here on the moon, but you can also get some from Petrovenge in the Dreaming City. Shorehorn has some in the Cosmodrome, and I believe Varix also has some on Europa. There might be some other weekly bounties as well. Clan bounties are a good thing to go and pick up, but my clan isn't active enough for me to warrant picking those up at all. But if you have an active clan and people that can do those clan bounties with, probably a good idea to go and pick those up as well. Now, that's bounty prep out the way. Pretty much you know how it works. As soon as you get all those bounties completed, hold them until you get the artifact unlocked the next episode, and then when you actually get that, you can turn all those bounties in to get some free XP. Now, seasonal challenges cannot be saved from past episodes, so just turn all of these in before the episode launches, so then you don't miss out on any rewards you could earn from those. And that's basically it for XP prep. Now, let's talk about the Bento tokens quest that is currently available in the game, because there are a couple things here that I messed up on a past video. So if you don't know, right now there is a quest going on for Bento boxes and Bento tokens. You get these and then you can come to Eris here to get some free rewards. These quests can be obtained via Drifter or Zer in the tower. Now completing these will give you a Bento token, then you can come here to Eris to buy certain rewards. In a past video I recommended spending them on Ascendant Shards if you didn't want any of the cosmetic items or any of the weapons. But in a past tweet from DMG, he actually went and confirmed that there aren't going to be any brand new exotic armor pieces coming with episode 3 Heresy. So if you've been saving up exotic engrams in the hopes of getting those brand new exotics day 1, because there aren't going to be any, you can now spend these as you want. You can either save them for the next major expansion if you want to, or you can just turn them in right now. What I would recommend if you have been saving up some exotic engrams is going to the description of this video and looking at the TWID link that I'll have there, which has an entire list of all the exotic armor updates coming with episode 3, and seeing if there are any exotics there that you are slightly interested in. And if you are interested in any exotics that are getting updated, you can go ahead and then turn those exotic engrams into any of those newly updated exotic armor pieces to try and get a good roll. For example, I believe Geomag Stabilizers is getting quite a good buff heading into episode 3, so if you don't have a good roll of that, that might be a good exotic to go after. Other than that, if you're not worried about exotics, another good reward will be Spoils of Conquest, because Vault of Glass is getting its weapon pool updated with brand new perks and an origin trait. So if you're interested in getting any of the updated Vault of Glass weapons, Spoils of Conquest is going to be something that I would highly recommend spending your Bento tokens on if you have any spare. And if you have any Spoils of Conquest on you already, you can just go into the Vault of Glass raid when episode 3 comes out and get some of those brand new weapons. And remember that Master, I believe, will be dropping Adept versions, and keep an eye out for when Vault of Glass becomes the weekly featured raid, because then you're able to constantly farm out any encounter that you want to get any of those weapons. One weapon that's probably going to be very good is going to be Hazen's Vengeance, because looking at the brand new origin trait, that seems to be quite a juicy combination. But we don't know any of the updated perk pools for those weapons quite yet. We'll probably get those confirmed to us when the episode actually drops. But yeah, overall going to be a good time. If you want to prep for any of those rewards, you can do that. And if you really want to save up some spoils for free, you can go into some of the raids here and go and get some of the beginner chests. I believe there's like a whole load of videos telling you how you can get some free chests as a solo player. I know that there's one in the Vault of Glass raid anyway, where you can kind of like glitch under a rock and then get to the first chest and get some spoils from that. But there's probably a whole load of other cheeses within different raids, so I'd highly recommend looking up any of those videos if you're really that worried about not having enough spoils to get some of those weapons as soon as episode 3 launches. And if you haven't logged on this week, head over to the Eververse store right now to claim some free Bright Dust. I believe it should be over here. There's like a Lunar New Year event going on. So if you want to grab some free Bright Dust, you can go ahead and grab that right here, I believe is where it should be. I've already claimed it, so it's not there for me, but it should be there for you upon logging in. That's basically it for this prep guide. Hopefully you find it helpful and are able to do some of this stuff over the weekend. Or if you're not bothered, just go into episode 3 and have a good time with the brand new content. And yeah, that's it for me today. If you have enjoyed the video, if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel, I would very much appreciate it. But with that said, that's it from me here today. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.